Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the updates, so let's get rolling. Now it's a Friday afternoon and the wait times are surprisingly low. Mario Kart posted at a 75-minute wait, but everything else is under 30 minutes, so it's still not too bad for a Friday. However, I'm very surprised that the park only closes at 6 p.m. tonight. Cafe has been in its soft opening stage since about the 2nd of this month. From this point forward, it's been open every single day, so it's less of a soft opening, more of a full opening, since it's been up and running since day one. Now, although Universal isn't celebrating Lunar New Year this year, they took some time out of their day to decorate the Hollywood and Dine with the Lunar New Year decorations, as well as some special food offerings for Lunar New Year. So let's go check that out. This year is the year of the dragon, and I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity for them to have some dragon-themed food, and that's exactly what they did. Over here on the bottom left, they have a golden dragon corn dog. I don't know if there's anything special about it. It might be a spicy corn dog since it says dragon in the name, and what do dragons breathe? They breathe fire. Maybe it's a spicy corn dog. There aren't too many different options available from previous years. I mean, they still have the orange chicken bowl. And then looking at the desserts, it looks like we just have a Lunar New Year sugar cookie and a foot-long sugar-coated donut. They also decorated Lumley Courtyard. They added some lanterns up above. Outside of the food offerings, they have some merchandise offerings, so we can take a look at that as well. Now, you can find Lunar New Year merch at many stores, but most of the merchandise can be found over here at the Illumination Animation Store. I guess also in theme with Lunar New Year, we have a Lunar New Year cart over here. Outside of the sugar cookie, which is already sold out, they don't have many exclusive offerings over here outside of the toothless popcorn bucket, which was sold out for a while. It looks like it is still available. It's $42.99 and you have free refills all day. As far as Lunar New Year goes, that's about it. There isn't anything too crazy this year. Maybe we're slowly getting back into it. Last year we barely had any Lunar New Year offerings, and same with 2021. I don't think we had anything in 2021, but it's now 2024 and it seems like they're doing a little more. They're slowly getting back into it. They stopped doing Lunar New Year and like all those celebrations in 2019. Obviously the park closed down, and they actually did it in 2020 now that I think about it. They usually celebrate over here in the Plaza. Plaza is still closed at the moment. I'm not too sure why. They do have many signs saying the Plaza is temporarily closed, so I wonder when it'll reopen, and I wonder what they'll use the Plaza for, because summer is coming up and usually they use it for movie promotions and stuff like that. There's a new Despicable Me movie coming out, so maybe they'll use it for promotion for that movie. At this point, there isn't much they could do with the Plaza. It's just a big open space. What I was thinking is they could set up a temporary stage, and on that temporary stage, they could have some temporary shows, like they could bring back the Blues Brothers, or they can have some live performances throughout the day. That'll make up for not having two shows. WaterWorld is going to be reopening this weekend. I just talked to guest relations before entering the park, and they said it'll be opening on the 10th, so on Saturday. WaterWorld has been down for about a month and a half. Just general refurbishments. They do this every 2 or 3 years. It looks like the taxi cab made its official return back to its original location over here, which is nice to see. New York residents are back up. Hello. And take a look at the sky right now. It's so beautiful. Behind these balloons, you can see that the crane is working. Oh wow, carrying some interesting pieces for the project. We'll take a look at our normal spots right now. And of course we have the Moulin Rouge, which is still closed. I think this is one of the oldest structures over here at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's been around since maybe the 70s, early 70s. And believe it or not, French Street is actually one of the oldest locations in the park. It's been around forever. And I think the Moulin Rouge has been touched the least out of all of French Street. I think each little facade has received its fair share of renovation, but the Moulin Rouge has remained untouched, basically. Now, we talk about the Moulin Rouge a lot, and I want this to turn into a full-service restaurant. They can relocate the VIP experience elsewhere, and they can turn this into a full-service restaurant. That's something we really need in the theme park. And from the looks of it, a lot more activity than there was earlier this week. Obviously, we had a lot of rain, so there isn't anything too crazy from the last time we were here. But it looks like they work from Mondays through Saturdays, so 6 days a week. I'm gonna come back on either Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and probably around that time we'll start seeing a lot more work onto the project. But I am noticing some newer elements onto the site. They're working very hard on these walls over here, but behind those walls there's these cylinder tubes, and I don't know what those could be used for. I highly doubt they're for theming, but we have those on site now. And looking down onto the project, it looks like they moved off some of the tarp, but there's still a lot of tarp remaining up. I think we're still expecting a little bit of rain tonight, but that might be the last bit of rain. I just wanted to take a second and say the sky looks beautiful right now. I know I mentioned it earlier, but just look at it. It looks so awesome. Even behind the Minions ride, it looks really, really pretty. It's a little on the warmer side today, surprisingly, and I feel like you could walk through this. It's tolerable. Very hard to see through the escalators right now, but they're pushing off some dirt, creating a bit of a platform right now. Also, on this side of the project, you guys could see that they have a lot of wood located on site. They have that all located here. And it looks like, we talked about this a few times, but it looks like the ground for the course of the coaster is just going to be all gravel. Also, they have a camera located right over there. It seems like they might be doing a bit of a geo survey. And then looking literally towards the left of the escalators, they have a ton of rebar on site. These will be used for the coaster footers. Let's try not to get hit by dirt over here from this vehicle, but he's pushing off some dirt from the side of the hill. In previous years, they've been starting on Horror Nights construction as early February. We're past the first week of February, so while I was looking down at T-Pad, I noticed some, it looks like plywood, like crates of plywood just covered up by tarp right now, so the wood doesn't warp from the rain. Looking at the project from this angle, you could see that they basically like shaved off half the mountain. The dirt used to go all the way up the side of the mountain, and now they replaced that with those walls. And I'm assuming we're going to see those same walls on the other side of the project as well. I think that's what they're working on right now. Also, looking down at Jurassic World, it looks like the water is all clear and the ride is back open. The last time we got on the studio tour was a very interesting experience. The tram constantly stopped. And then at one point of the studio tour, we transferred from one tram to another. And that was an interesting experience. Also, looking down to the right of the studio tour entrance, they are still working on that permanent snack stand. That's what we think it's going to be, at least. And we always love a 5-minute wait for the studio tour. It's awesome.
Go ahead and confirm 2 things for you today. First thing I'm going to confirm is what it's going to be. This is going to be a roller coaster. Our first major roller coaster here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Second thing I'll confirm is the roller coaster's theme, which is the Fast and Furious franchise. So if you're a Fast fan, check. If you're a roller coaster fan, check. Moving pieces to production. And it's a long day usually, so we got to keep it rolling as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly can. Now, coming up on the right-hand side, we're going to see sound status 16, 17, 18, and 19. Those are the ones that are closest to the tram at the moment. So these stages for many years were all home to a show called Never Have I Ever. Now, it was a Universal Television produced show. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood if you haven't done so yet. The next part of our vlog, let us know so we can figure out how to get you guys accommodated, okay? So, a little bit of traffic here. So coming up on the left-hand side, Spielberg leaned into a lot of detail with War of the Worlds, but Jordan Peele also gave us a lot of detail when it came to his movie Nope. It stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Brandon Prey, and Stephen Young. This is Jupiter's Claim, and it's all the original pieces brought in from this movie. So I'm going to pass it over to the Oscar-winning director himself, Jordan Peele of Harry Potter, and also help you navigate your way through Super Nintendo World. My name is Tiffany, and my name is John. Thank you so much for letting us take you around the Universal Studios lot to show you how we do.
Finally, we're looking at the extended queue for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And we could see that they've already gone vertical with whatever they are constructing here. You could see that they have brick walls set up, and at this current rate, it seems like they could complete this within the next month or two. I think their main goal is to get this done before the summer, so that way they can have a better locker situation, which allows the crowds to flow a little bit better. And that's about it for our update today here at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. I'm JP, and how they say in the movies, that's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one.